Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's Friday morning, May 15th, and grain market's mixed here this morning after yesterday's big run in the wheat market that based on technical buying. We had some other little bit of a friendly news coming out in a lot of different areas. We had India talking about their reduced crop, that they may have to come in and buy wheat on the global market. We've got record short positions in the wheat by the funds. Got dry weather in Russia, wet weather here in the U.S., wheat growing area now that is causing some quality problems. So all those factors came at a time when I think the main portion of the trading public was bearish. So that gave us the shot up yesterday, helped rally the corn and soybean markets as well. This morning, overnight, we had Russia announce that they are going to lift their export ban 6 weeks early. They've got about 1 million tons of wheat that they're going to be throwing at the market here. So that's causing a little bit of a setback, a little bit of profit taking here in the wheat market early this morning. We'll have to see how the reaction, see if we get any follow through on the technical buying once the market reopens. Other news that affecting the markets, got grain traders concerned as much as anything right now, is the bird flu. We had South Dakota report late yesterday that there was 1.3 million bird farm that bird flu was found on in South Dakota. That's the first farm that has had a problem there. We also had Nebraska governor declare a state of emergency based on the bird flu outbreak. So still not out of the woods yet on this problem in the poultry industry, causing some concerns on how much demand we might see and if we're going to slow down demand at all for the soybean meal and possibly corn. We've got NOPA crush data coming out today at 11 o'clock. Trade's looking for 147.8 million bushels of soybeans crushed last month there. Argentina, the Rosario exchange suggesting that 80% of the harvest is complete in Argentina. That's ahead of last year at only 67% then. Corn harvest about 33% complete. They also raised their production estimate for the soybean crop down there from 59 million metric tons up to 59.6 million metric tons. That compares to 57 million metric tons that the USDA has been using for Argentina bean production. The wet weather continues throughout the Midwest here for the next few days. Then we should see a drier, more open time frame where we could see the balance of the planting of corn and soybeans get completed here through the Midwest, and then the longer range forecast looks for more moisture coming in. So when you look at the conditions of the crop getting started here, it looks like we've got a pretty good start, and expect to see that as the applying some pressure to this market on any kind of rally. With the rally we seen yesterday in the grain complex, we heard that there's more interest in farmers selling. However, the basis in a lot of areas took off as much as the futures rallied. So we're still kind of holding in that same price ranges we have been here for a while. Outside markets, the dollar recovering after the sharp break that we've seen this week, up about 50 cents, about 4% here this morning. No major economic news to justify that. Mostly a short covering rally as the trade's expecting. In the livestock trade, cash markets in the cattle continue to be a standoff. Bids in the south somewhere in that 157 to 158 range. Feedlots are asking 162 to 64. There's been a little bit of trade early this week, but still a standoff usually means the feedlots got the upper hand, at least into today, where we'll see a late Friday trade again. The product market's very strong yesterday. Looks like a lot of fill-in buying there, ready for the Memorial Day holiday, is giving us the boost. So watching that very closely as we come in next week. Don't be surprised if we do see some consolidation, maybe even a setback, as many retailers have bought their needs for the Memorial Day featuring. Pork complex a little bit weaker here this morning as we start the day. Feeling in general is that we're carrying a premium of futures to the cash market in the pork complex. A bit concerned if that will be able to maintain here over the next several days. Looking for a bit of a setback there. Want to remind everybody that Allendale's monthly webinar is coming up next week, Wednesday, May 19th, in the evening. Check out the website. Get signed up for that. We've got some good discussions there. Mike Cavanaugh from AgriGold will be an agronomist discussing how this crop's getting started and what it might and how it might impact final yields. So we'd be happy to answer any questions you've got. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and we'll talk to you on Monday morning. Thank you.